My brother,
Yes.
we are here. Welcome, friends. This is a joy for me to introduce my good brother here, Antonio Guerrero. And he's in the deepest realms that we have come together. The most profound realms.
Sí, 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 sí.
We've given
You're
our heart and soul.
always in my heart, Brother Satin, all your family, and the moments that we lived are so present. If I just think a little bit about them, it's like being there or again.
Yes.
Every speech, every moment, we've passed so much together through all what our friends and family and people who were there passed too, no?
Yes.
So it's hundreds of stories.
My friends, we met in ayahuasca ceremony where we were supporting, facilitating. My brother here is an eco warrior in the Amazon jungle. He cares so deeply about the state of the Amazon. For many years has been on the front lines in his own empowering way, doing what he can firsthand with his own hands, risking himself truly and making headway day by day, relentless in the face of sometimes very difficult odds. And so I want to, it's not something lightly I take, because in this time, brother, it's like in a way, I believe the spirit is calling us all to be eco warriors. And you've been leading the way. So thank you so much for that. And I want to, whatever you wish to share about yourself, that our friends here, fellow warrior sages, so could enrich themselves from who you are, please.
Thank you, Brother Satin. I feel so happy. I feel thankful to Great Spirit, Salana, our mother spirit in the forest, for this opportunity to speak in their name, to speak in the name of the Amazon, and in the name of all the life that is seeing what is going on long time ago. See, our species is the last one to realize what was going on.
Yeah.
So here I am. I give in good heart and in friendship hello to all your friends, your family, and the ones present and hearing these words.
Thank you, my brother. You know, I want to go right to the heart of my concern, and I believe many people's concern. What is the true state of the Amazon right now from your firsthand? First of all, please let our friends know where you are. And then firsthand, what do you see is happening? And then, of course, your sister's here.
Double beating. I'm trying to find a better place to talk, because outside I have 3 dogs, and they love me so much that it's impossible. They're jumping one, the other one, they're jumping.
Ours Barking and barking, same.
Here we are, Satyen, in the southeastern slopes of the Amazonian Andes, nearby to Brazil and Bolivia, in Peru. Probably was one of the latest Amazonian rainforests to be damaged by the interconnection of roads and because of having tons of gold, millions of tons of gold, probably. Yes.
Mind.
Yes. And actually that because comes a little bit further, and it's because governments save in gold, no, and economics strength, like I don't know, banks of Switzerland and China and many in Europe and the United States save in the Amazonian gold. So this is it's very interesting because everything in the Amazon is being set up so that the Amazonian people takes no decisions of what is going on in the Amazon. And that's the key of all the problems. No, it's Amazonian, imagine Amazonian First Nations are still trying to get their land titled. And because titling is a Western understanding from what is pertinence. No, they really don't even care about the title, because title just gives you a paper which says that you own 1 meter deep the land to do agriculture, but and what happens down that, no, lower than that is, or what happens to the trees, the river, the water, no? So for the First Nations people, it was not possible to and not just for them, for me too. I'm a pale face, but I'm a native in my heart, and you know.
Yeah.
So it's that is something to think, because actually the responsibility could be ours to make a change. I think it's just a matter to decide, because now we have relationships everywhere. We can build bridges, and we can bring the words from the ones who don't reach anyone besides local capacities into, I don't know, making bigger movements of thinking and sharing knowledge. Because I guess most of the richness of the Amazon is still not known. Gold is just a material. It's a
What's the cost to us?
Of the cost to
If we keep going the way we're going, what's the cost to us as a humanity?
Look, the cost is not seeing our grandsons and daughters making it, surviving, no? The future we are going to give to them. To me, that's the worst thing to think, no? Seeing my daughters having to live inside a cage because everything is a threat outside. No, imagine now with the COVID how people is being freaked out in their minds because of not really knowing what to do. The OMS still is continuously demonstrating that Western medicine is not enough to make the world feel safe. So I think the time is perfect. I think coronavirus is a micro giant master, no? Who's coming to tell us that if things get worse, the earth have to do this, and we are out of the game. Until I don't know what, but so in this understanding, I guess there should be more respect for the other ways of doing, for example, medicine.
Brother,
Yes.
heart of the matter. Why are people blind to this? Like, I don't know why, what from what you've seen, for people who can continue to create harm, damage, and they knowingly do it, but what's in their heart? What's going on?
We are trapped, my friend. We are trapped in the heart. We are trapped in the mind. We are trapped in the spiritual. We are trapped in all the worlds that coexist at the same time among all of us. If there's a great quantity of people who just understands that spirituality is on Sundays, lucky them. I'm sorry, unfortunately them. Sorry, not lucky them. Because they are missing a lot of ways to relate. The matrix is completely different than just living in a material world. If we continue focusing on consumism and not being able to be happy with the same phone for 5 years, no, but having to change and everything change and consume, then it's difficult. So we must to learn also how to deconsume, to stop. I don't know, buying what is not needed. No,
It's the evidence is around us. The birds are singing, the life force, the chi, the prana, all of Mother Nature, all of the vibrancy of nature is coming in full force. I'm like, there's a level of rejuvenation going on many planes.
see. Yes, of course. Nature is showing being just there. If you now take a minute to see outside, no, it's right there and it's waiting for a long time somehow. No, when you believe that there is a mother nature of environment, of the trees, or no, a mother spirit. I'm sorry, mother spirit of nature. No, there is have to be, because otherwise it would be difficult to fix the problems. Imagine all the problems that a fungus can have with a tree, or a tree with a fungus. You know, they have to understand each other for thousands of years until they get they made the changes enough to live together. No? If there was not a bat, there wouldn't be the ironwood trees pollination. If there would be no good ironwood trees, there wouldn't be harpy eagle nesting on those trees. So everything is interrelated in nature. Interdependency is the law of life in the nature. Not for saying law as a lawyer, but it's the matrix, interdependency, you know, at all levels. If there will not be a spiritual world, it would be very difficult to find equality and reciprocity in the material one. If I hunt an animal because I am a hunter, in the spiritual, the animal is going to hunt me. you know. And that is why I have to learn how to ask for permission before hunting. You know, I'm going to ask for permission to the mother spirit of the deer before going to hunt the deer. And I'm going to be the only one in my community that is not going to eat that deer.
Mm.
I'm going to be thinking about it, you know, about his life, because I took it. I took the deer's life to live. Yes, that's the way it's been. All the in the
That's so everything
so
in nature.
there is no more sacred relationship that humans and animals than a hunter and the prey. In many ways, if a hunter started to hunt too much, then the mother spirit of that animal visit the hunter during the dream and get inside the hunter and makes the hunter sick. And then that hunter would have to go to the medicine man or medicine woman in that community. And that medicine woman, that medicine man would have to talk with the mother spirit of that animal and make a deal, you know, make a deal. So the hunter is going to stop hunting, no? And that animal, that mother spirit is going to show the dreamer, the healer, another animal to hunt, another animal species to hunt. And then the dreamer is going to say to the hunter, hey, look, you have to stop hunting wild boars, for example, or have to stop hunting deer. Now you are going to hunt this animal which is in that area. No, you can find it that. So hunters were also in contact with the medicine people. No, and everything was
Okay, thank you.
all levels of interconnectivity. So I guess, and I don't know really if uh, honestly, because I see that people are so desperate now to start running or trying to run a new business and find a new economy and so much with the economy in front of themselves that it's going to be difficult in the next month to stop and realize that uh, because being a point break is a before pandemic and after pandemic, it's going to be like that. No, there is an opportunity, or it exists an opportunity to make some changes, you know? In the economics. Should be many changes. You know? Economic and ecology, as
Yeah.
our friend David Suzuki teaches, have the same root, should be reconciled. No,
Yes.
it's economically it's the best to do. There's no better economy and proven economy than evolution. It's the most perfect economy in history. It has its one name, it's evolution. It was, you got the best for what you have. So better nails, bigger praise. No, longer, faster, less enemies, or less predators.
And it's not based on the illusion of imaginary numbers.
Mm.
It's
It's
based on real things of exchange.
when I was in the school, I learned something I can't forget in my biology class. They told me in a relationship between a predator and a prey, the predator wins and the prey loses. No, I remember I was not happy with that explanation. Uh, I was not able to understand it at that moment, but I was not happy with that. When I came here to the rainforest, I learned from the eagles that the biggest predators, the biggest threats of an eagle are their own prey.
Are their
So,
own prey.
yes, when an eagle is just an egg, the toucans, which are prey of the male eagle, which is smaller and faster, are there ready for the moment in which the mother eagle flies to attack the nest and eat the eagle's egg. You know? And the same with the monkeys. When the monkeys are in the moment in which they have to show how beautiful they are to the males and females in the group, and they want to party, they feel brave and they go against any animal they see in the front. Some troop of monkeys can be a bit of 50 monkeys. And now imagine a 50 monkeys with an eagle chick in the nest alone, no mother, no father. They are hunting. The monkeys just go there and kill a future predator, a future threat. So at that moment, there is a balance, and there is a reciprocity.
Yes.
In the terms of a relationship between eagles and monkeys,
Yes.
and in the other side, in the ecologically side, well, ¿cómo se llama? What's the name?
So, Prada.
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 Like purse. She's a purse dog.
Oh, okay.
I call her our toy dog.
Toy dog.
Yes.
So at that moment they become equal, no, interdependent from each other. The monkeys are the strongest, the most. Each animal species is the most effective of its species. The most effective one of its species. Each one that you see is coming because of that.
It's the pinnacle evolution of its species, the one that we're seeing right now.
That's why I tell the greatest economy is evolution. It's the greatest. There's no economy like that. So I don't know. Maybe if this could be a time to again build bridges and bring the word of let's say medicine. Why, if the OMS failed so much during these last 3 months? Incredible. Thousands of eminences, no? Gurus of medicine and false protocols, wrong medicines. No, it's so at least I think traditional medicine should have a chance to be an opportunity. So if a First Nation group in Canada would prefer to have Amazonian medicine to heal the virus instead of Bill Gates' vaccine, that's a choice. Should be. I myself would prefer the traditional medicine than a vaccine that I don't know the side effects. Side effects are going to be known later. It's just one example, no, of what something that could happen, no, by building this kind of bridges, no, just questioning and see what's happened. Nobody have to. No, here we are not thinking about pushing, but it would be nice. It would be nice, no, seeing that we have been the last ones to wake up and realize that what does it means to live below the threat of something we don't know how to manage. Imagine the same. People deforesting the Amazon. All the animal species in the other side of the deforestation is asking the same. Look, what kind of things is this that is just erasing us, that quick. Yes. So we are the last ones to experience living under this kind of threat, that we don't know. So if this is not a point break for us too, if this is not a point break for us to start reflecting our welfare in nature's welfare, for example, and that is something simple to make. It's starting to changing some ways that we know. If we know, we learn. Just to look at the mirror, and say, okay, I don't need this, I don't need this. Reduce, consume, share more, or I don't know. It's riches is something that I learned from being in your homeland. That's when it came. Okay, riches is what we need to build, so that the Amazon can be right there with you. I really don't know, and I can feel like in peace, when knowing that it is so difficult, to just think about the time in which people here with the ancestral medicines are not able to live because of that. So medicines are taken to laboratories outside. Then the medicine itself is patent, and then is synthesized, and then not just 1 hectare of Amazon is safe because of having that medicine, for being the fountain of that medicine. So those kind of things are so unbalanced, so unbalanced. And when there is no balance, it's like when you talk and you do different things. You talk and try to be an example because of your speech, but you're a completely different person at home. So, and that's not something wrong. See, it's just difficult to speak and to do the same. It's just difficult.
Brother, I was going to say that, in my experience, before I came into the Amazon and was there, and, the numerous times we've been there. And for those of you who don't know, we participate and we've led Ayahuasca Journeys. And this is a very ancient ceremonies that my brother will share about. And it was also with our other brother and family. There you have it right there.
What does that say?
Curandero.
Oh.
So
my 2 daughters gave it to the teachers in my birthday.
Our ceremonies, because it was part of a whole spiritual adventure tour, was really an adventure tour spiritual within those realms. Sometimes 40 of our group together, all types of very interesting, people, right? Very, very wonderful people. And, and then we would sit in the jungle, and then there would be one inner adventure after another of space holding and evolution and the depths of like heartbroken ecstasy. And it was in those realms that I got the blessing of the embodiment of the love of the world. It wasn't just ecology. It wasn't hey, we got to be symbiotic. It wasn't the talk that can sound so, eloquent, right? It was like an embodiment that brought me into living in a different way. And so I really have to thank the power of that sacred path that we're still on. You're never off it once you dive in it. There's no real feeling off.
Sometimes I drink 2 or 3 beers to run a little bit away.
The beer to run away and the ayahuasca to run within.
But you can, because it's still the mareación. It's
Yeah, the ayahuasca brings you in face to face with the truth of what is. And there's no running away. And the thing about the medicine, we call it the medicine of, it's called the vine of the dead, ayahuasca. And it actually is so true in so many ways. It's, at least in my experience, it's frightening to face your death for some people. And even more frightening when you are A, not ready, or B, you have regret, And for me, ayahuasca was the tip off. She tipped me. She gave me insight into where I was off, where I was going wrong, where I should be looking closer. And there was no not looking in that medicine. You could not look away. There was no moment to say, no, actually, no. It was now, right now. And the beauty of that experience was having us have no resistance to the truth and only what is needed to be done. Taking action with choice. You have a choice to do it or not, but a very certain from Mother Nature, this is what is possible if you don't. And so, remembering you so fondly, Antonio.
Wonderful times still.
Yes.
I'm going to come. See.
Those were like true, genuine, for those of you who haven't experienced it, it's always should be with very seasoned, mature beings, okay? Without a doubt. Not to be treated in some light way and with great preparation, I might add, and a circle so that one can have a good integration into life and into experience. So these are some prerequisites I'm sharing as some wisdoms picked up along the way. There's much more to that, maybe for another time. But it's like the ultimate unmatrixing, dematrixing, where it's like, wow, okay, I was in a matrix. And it's my mind is in a matrix, my beliefs are in a matrix, my body, my food, everything is being
shown.
Everything is being revealed. And the doorway out in choice. And it's like that moment in the movie where you get a choice. One guy says, no, I'd rather have the illusionary steak than really the truth. But they've made that movie, the truth being something scary. Whereas my experience of the deep truth can be scary at the beginning. To face things like, hey, we're devastating as a whole by our direct activity, indirect activity, or non-activity. We're complicit. After you're complicit. So that's like a strong warrior medicine. That's what the medicine gave me a tacit feeling of.
It's I guess it has to care about you bring you and be with you, facing yourself in the mirror, seeing or feeling death as something as present as life, no? And it's like the cliff when you the cliff is such a good teacher, no? Being at the edge or in the edge, no, next to fall. It's moments like that are great teachers, probably the greatest teachers. No, when you lose someone, no, when death is close to you, closer to you, it's the moments in which we learn. No, if a daughter, a son is in danger, and you, oh, these moments are very important moments to learn about yourself and to learn about what might be really important for you to be free, happy, you know, to feel part of everything. See, and it could be strong too. And I don't know. I had a dream once, like to to call the people in the medicine, no, all the people in the world who have taken medicine, who have connected with life in different aspects, not just because of ayahuasca or San Pedro, peyote, but because of yoga, because of meditation, because of all the ways you have to approach to important decisions and take and help you to take important decisions or help you to open your mind, your spirit, your heart. You know, there are so many ways to do it, and somehow all of them are interconnected, you know, too. Guys.
Yeah.
So it's, I think if we would be webs, we are webbing the whole world now. Probably not 40 years or 50 years ago, but now I think we can do something very interesting around the world. You know?
That's beautiful. That's true.
Yeah.
That is really
See,
true. It's a good way that you put it, that it's a webbing.
see,
Because
at least because now the no sé, people like influencers are presidents, no, in Islam, in Europe, I don't know, which is a 35 years old president who is using the media and the people who's influencers to promote the ways to reduce to protect yourself during the pandemic and all. So I think in this webbing, people who make that kind of who can share the could be positive somehow. Mm. I think just having the right to express the knowledge, you know, and to express that there are other worlds to think about, not just the material one. No? Should be in the same context so that people at least have the right to choose. Okay, I know that I don't care. No problem. Everyone has the right to do that. But some are going to say, okay, I would like to support this alternative medicine to have a financiation to make a study or to preserve the forest of that medicine. No, not just synthesize the medicine, but start to push the governments to act twice, not just synthesizing the medicine, but protecting the mother forest of that medicine. you know, so that people can live here and continue producing that medicine, even if it's not synthesized for other people, cheaper, but still the medicine. You know? So that would be a reflection, you know, of the human welfare in the environmental welfare too, or the natural welfare too. Reciprocity
Yes.
somehow.
She's so happy to be here. Oh.
Brother, what's in your heart? What's in your heart to share to all our friends here, all the ones who have within themselves that sense of they're part of some force, some emergence that's wanting to bring everything forward in the world?
Everyone is, like I told you, not everyone, but most of the people are with the worries in the heart, economy, in the eyes, in the vision. And I would share something that somebody shared with me when walking back home after a ceremony there in Calgary. And after a conversation, this guy told me just phrases that sound so good. He said, "Take it easy." So I would say, take it easy and give you a moment to see outside, you know, and things are going to change, you know, because nature is going to come in. See, little by little, just by seeing it, you know, that's enjoying walking slow. You know, there is a great master in the Amazon is the turtle, for how slow, but how in peace it walks.
How it was? Sorry.
How slow, but at the same time how fast it walks towards its truth. You know? It's a song that says, it would be like one little turtle I would like to be. One little turtle I would like to be. To walk slow and safe and teach my brothers and sisters how to reach and talk faster with God.
So good.
Thank you, brother.
So good. That's medicine.
Yes.
That is medicine.
Yeah. Anything you
Just, you know, you're fighting for the Amazon. We've always known that's what you've always cared for the Amazon and wanted to save the essence of the Amazon. And you are a freedom fighter for that. And it's such a privilege and an honor and a joy and a love to have you here, bringing the soul of the Amazon with you and the medicine of wisdom with you. Your gravitas, your the weight that you bring, from the love that you have and the commitment to saving this. I hope it's felt by those that watch. And I hope we all slow down so that we can get closer to the highest place that we need to be.
I think we can make it. Let's dream about that world web we are building and see. We are all working. See, all the people who's here sharing with us, I would love so much to see them, but I see all of them through you. More you than you.
And we see all of you.
No, years ago, I went into a ceremony with you, and our brother Diego, which I want to give a shout out to, was transitioned into the other realms. But our brother Diego, Maestro Diego Palma, and his beautiful wife, Milagros, and company, and all the great shamans they've fostered and have mentored. Oh, hi, darling.
Hi, darling.
Tell us your name again.
Diles tu nombre.
¿Cómo se llamas?
Me llamo Mara.
Amara.
Amara, tu nombre completo.
Amara y Caro Fernandini Carranza.
Amara y Caro is sí. Amara is a mountain. It's like an oracle in the Amazon, and Icaro is a song, no?
Yeah.
So it's a medicine song. No? So it's a song of the mountain. Is her name.
Oh.
It was so great having you here.
Great. So precious. Oh, beautiful.
Déjame meterle para
Cuando
acá.
termines me dices.
Dile chao.
Chao.
Ciao.
So I was in the ceremony, and I went in with a deep heaviness around the nature of the world. In the previous ones I had seen, where the beauty of the interconnected web to a core, like a level of such incredible, intense love and magic and profundity. And then I also went in with feeling it's our encroachment on it.
It's really amazing.
And then I brought it, I brought it at the lap of Mother Ayahuasca. And I went through this whole journey. And the peak of it, she said to me, she says, I saw people in business suits and things, right, in my vision. And she says, I'm already inside all of them. And I saw micro worlds. She says, I'm already inside of all of them. Meaning Mother Nature. So they're already in my hands. You don't have to worry about a thing. Just do what you have to do. Where you're called by navigation, right? Your calling is your navigation. The delay of that is suffering. It just generates suffering. Your following, it generates freedom. Simple.
Yeah. Just keep following our.
And now look at the times. We are more scared of the unseen world than the seen world. We have stopped because of things we cannot see, right? A virus we cannot see.
But you can see its spirit. Sí.
Tell us more
You
about
can-
that. Tell us more about that.
I once was I I was once dieting a plant. It was called Huayra caspi. It's the white is the wind. Caspi is the tree of the wind, and it's a good medicine to strength, to give you strength and to take care of you in the spiritual world, because spiritual world can be hard too. So it's a good plan to take care of you, to give you strength whenever there is a storm. So it's a big tree, strong tree that protects you under the ¿cómo se llama?
Son.
Like the Andean woman with
Oh,
the
yes.
dress. Yes,
Yeah.
protects you under the dress,
Yes.
or protects you over in the branches, no, and against the storm. And I was doing this dieting with a great master for me. And I told him about the ironwood tree, which is the plant in which the eagles build their nests. And he told me, Antonio, I don't know about this Chihuahuaco, is the name for us of the ironwood tree. I don't know this Chihuahuaco tree, but I'm going to ask the medicine tonight about Chihuahuaco. So he was going to ask Mother Ayahuasca about Chihuahuaco,
Mhm.
and know about the spirit of Chihuahuaco, who's the spirit, no? What's the medicine of this ancient tree in the Amazon. So next day, we were talking, having breakfast or dinner, I don't remember. We were talking, and Maestro Vechin told me, "Hey, Antonio, uh, I, I saw Chihuahuaco last night. ¿Cómo se dice? It was stronger. It was very strong, and a strong master. Chihuahuaco already died Huayra-Caspi. And at that moment, everything was like, again, because there was no person in between. One tree knew the other one because of dieting it. O sea, because of the interconnectivity in the roots, because it's strange, in the Amazon, the trees don't touch each other. They come close, but never touch. But below the earth, the soil level, all the roots touch each other and are interconnected.
Wow.
Mm.
So the light makes them be separate, but the obscurity makes them come together. No? So now, going back to
What a
the
perfect image for
Yeah.
us to live life by.
Absolutely. Especially now when people feel like they can't touch, that they're unable to connect this way. We are actually all roots connected, connected through our roots. We're all part of the same source. And if we can go back to that and remember where we all came from, the roots of where we all came from, then we all touch through this web. Through this web, we're all so connected. That's the root of the problem.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We forgot
also-
the roots. We've forgotten
Forgotten
our
our
roots,
roots.
and that is the root of the problem. So when we can remember and go back, and I believe, having spent time with in Peru, you know, sitting in ceremony with the medicine we call ayahuasca, what I wanted was to not just have the experience there, but be able to take the experience back with me home.
Mhm.
Because I feel like any medicine, you want to be able to, you don't want to have to be dependent on anything. You want to be able to take that lesson and bring it back. And right now is an opportunity. We call it ceremony when we sit with the medicine. So we sit in an honoring way so that, and we sit in silence. This is what we did with you, Antonio and Diego. We would sit in silence because you taught us that in silence is when you actually get to listen. You actually get to hear, and holding this noble silence. And I truly believe that this is an opportunity right now for us all to be in ceremony, for us all to be, we call it isolation, but this is the time that we're all in ceremony right now, where we can all become quiet and listen to that part in us that was here before we got here, that is here now, and that will be here when we pass. And that is the same, that is the root of ayahuasca, any other medicine that awakens our consciousness. And so if we can take this time, I feel like we are in ceremony here with you, Antonio, and with all who are listening. If we can take this time and realize that this is the time to go back to our roots, and remember, and to, if you've forgotten, come back, and there's an opportunity, just go into your heart and feel and remember where we all came from. And when we can all, and I was speaking about this today on a Facebook Live, where I was speaking about some tough things that have happened in the world. And my message was, there is no, when we can remember that there is no separation between us. And today we're speaking about roots, where there is no separation, where it's not like you're doing this and you're not doing this, and I wish you would do. None of that. It's like if we can all see each other as family, the worst of the worst and the best of the best are actually part of us. And how can we find the roots of that and love them in a way that they can hear us and awaken, love so much that they can awaken and recognize where we all came from. And then we can come together in unity and make a change. That is my wish.
Oh.
Now it's my wish too.
My wish too. Thank you, brother. Any last things in your heart to share?
Just that I love you,
Oh.
sister, my brother, all your family, and it's as now we know, time to see each other. Let's use the technology
At
to
first opportunity.
see,
Have
be
each other
closer.
live. And we're feeling to get the bandwagon and coming down and
Come down
bring
to
in a
Peru.
group. And
And I dream with learning how to carve totem poles with my Haida friends in Haida, Guay.
oh, beautiful,
I
beautiful.
I would like to be there for a while too.
Absolutely.
And in my way in and in my way out, I'm going to see you, and that made me so happy.
Love to the family.
Oh.
Kausaipa. Kausaipa.
Kausaipa, kausaipa.
Ayumasi Kunapa.
Ahí más y kunapa.
Thank you, friends. Thank you, friends.
Yes.